Hello and welcome to beautiful Northern Canada. In today's session, we're going to look at relieving lower back pain. So join me on the mat. Let's get started. Let's begin by lying down on our mats. Bend the knees, bring the feet close to the hips. Let's just close the eyes for a moment and take a couple of deep breaths in and out through the nose before we begin. Bring the right knee to the chest, slightly pulling that knee towards the chest, just stretching through the glutes, extending leg to the sky. Knee does not have to be straight here. We're just looking for a stretch in the back of the thigh here. Begin to point and flex the toes. And then rotate the ankle. Begin in one direction and then switch directions, loosening up the ankle. Maybe moving the toes a little bit as we go. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So first of all, bringing knee to chest, slight pull. Maybe noticing a stretch in the glute muscles. Extending the foot to the sky, supporting the thigh with the hands if you would like. Begin to point and flex. And then rotating the ankle in whatever direction you choose. And then the other direction. Wonderful. And then we'll bring that foot back down. Take the right leg again, place the foot or the ankle over the thigh, and allow that right knee to open up. Working on the hip area here, loosening, stretching through those muscles. You can apply a slight bit of pressure with the fingers on that knee. And then we'll bring that leg up towards the chest. So lifting through the left leg, either holding the knee and the ankle or bringing the hands through and around the left leg as you wish. Our goal here is just to feel a beautiful stretch on the outside of that right hip. And it'll be the same thing on the other side. So dropping down that left foot, crossing left foot over right thigh. First of all, opening up that hip, opening up that knee, perhaps applying a little bit of pressure. And then bringing that knee and that foot towards the chest. Just until you feel a stretch that works for you today. And then dropping down that right foot again, dropping down the left. We'll begin with small bridges here. So we're going to tilt the hips, tilt the pelvis towards the rib cage, towards the chest, and then just a small lift to begin. Just beginning to activate the pelvic muscles, activating the core as we prepare to hold a bridge pose. Do 2 more of these. Rolling the pelvis forward, lifting, tightening the buttocks. Last one here. And then go ahead and lift the pelvis and the lower back up towards the sky. Important here is that the knees and the feet are in line with each other. We're tightening the buttock muscles, feeling the muscles of the lower back here. Working on hip stability, on lower back strength. Of course, the quadricep muscles are involved. The psoas, the hip flexors are involved. Excellent posture for strengthening the lower back, for helping to prevent lower back pain. Five, four, three, two, one, and we'll begin to roll down until the entire back is supported again on the mat. Bring the knees back up to the chest. Pull the knees into the chest and hold. Awesome. We're going to come up to a seated position. I'm going to cross my ankles and roll up. Come up any way that works for you. Cross-legged seated position, nice straight spine. Bring the hands to the sides. Inhale and stretch through the spine. Exhale, flex through the wrists and push those hands away from you. Let's do that one more time. On the inhale, we're going to lift the hands up to the sky, stretching through that spine. On the exhale, we push the hands away from us, taking time to bring those hands back down to the mat. This time we're going into a side bend, still inhaling up. On the exhale, you're going to support yourself with your right hand and stretch that left arm across the body. Careful not to collapse to the side. We want a nice stretch through the rib cage. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. So inhaling as we stretch up through the spine. On the exhale, we support ourselves and bend to the left. Back to center, we're going to come into a twist. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, left hand, right knee, support yourself with the right hand, and twist. And the other side. Exhale and twist. Hands back up to the sky. And returning the hands down to the mat. We're going to try a forward fold here, and it's really important that you only go as far as is comfortable for you, especially if you have lower back pain. We don't want to irritate the spine, but we do want to encourage movement. So walking the hands forward, lowering the body towards the mat, lowering the chest, and then we'll hold here for a couple of breaths. Gently walking the hands back. We'll come up to all fours to tabletop pose. Coming into cat-cow, we inhale as we allow the belly to drop, lifting the tailbone and the chest. And exhaling, pushing the shoulder blades apart, tucking the pelvis, bringing the chin to the chest. Let's do one more of those. Inhale as we drop the belly, lift the chest, lift the tailbone. Exhale as we push the spine to the sky, bring the chin to the chest. Wonderful. Back to a neutral position. Sitting back on our heels, we'll bring the hands behind us, pushing through the chest and lifting the hips off of the heels if you can for half camel. Returning heels to hips, we're going to come into child's pose. Bring the arms in front of us, stretching the chest towards the knees, towards the mat. Sliding the hands back towards the knees as we come into our final pose, Shavasana. Swing legs around. Lying back down on the mat for a couple of moments if you can, just enjoying the deep relaxation that comes with Shavasana. I encourage you to stay in Shavasana for a few minutes and just enjoy the incredible feeling that moving and stretching the body brings. I'm going to say goodbye to you now. If you like this short session, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. I hope you enjoyed this short session with me. Thank you for joining me on the beautiful rocks of the Canadian Shield.